need to get going on the wheels. And that's what's happening on this episode of Featherstone Bicycles. First thing I notice is that these are pressed valves, although I think this is just an adapter. Yep. Get all the air out of there. We're ready to take the hub, axle out of the hub. And this is one of those old style leather straps that I believe held a reflector that people used to put on their bikes back in the day. I think that's what this was for. Keep everything in order, although it's not that complicated, especially for the front wheel. And got our cone wrenches out. Sometimes this grease is so bad on the cone nuts you can't find the flats on the side. I think that's a 13. Yep, that's a 13. And either a 15 or a 16 on the top. Only 16, yep. Lock washer has a little protrusion on it that fits in the slot. Oops. Regular viewers of the channel have seen me use this item from Park Tool. It doesn't have a number on it that I can find, but it's got threads on the inside in 2 different size diameters, and it's meant to go in the vise like this, and so you can put a threaded axle in, tighten it down without damaging the threads. These cone wrenches I'm using are from Park Tool as well. DCW 1, 2, and 4. They have 2 different size millimeter openings on either end. So they range from 13 to 16 for the 3 that I have. That allows me to handle most of the bikes that I've worked on. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take a picture of the order of things. And now we can start putting things in the solvent. The chain, of course, is still in there. It's going to drip a little bit in the cap here. And manage to spill it. Put that on the side. And we can just put these items in with the chain. Can check on the chain. Yeah. Grease is coming off. This we're just going to stick in one side at a time. So what I have here is just some warm water in the sink, and then my cordless drill with a wire wheel on it, brass wire wheel. Dip that in there a little bit and start to take the rust off. As usual, that method works wonders. So next up, we're going to hit the spokes and the nipples on the wire wheel. First, we're going to take some of the surface dirt off with the steel wool pad. Now that these parts have been soaking for a little while, we can take them out, clean them up a little bit before we put them on the wire wheel. It's a lot of years of grease caked down there. For those of you that are not longtime viewers, whenever I'm doing something on the wire wheel on this bench grinder, I always have glasses on, and especially when I'm doing the spokes, I have a mask on. Even though I have cleaned off some of the dirt and whatnot from the spokes before I get on the wire wheel, there is a lot of debris that comes off of those spokes in order to get them shiny, and not good to inhale that. So I'm always wearing the mask. And the second thing is that this bench grinder is a variable speed grinder, and I always have it on the lowest setting. I've had this thing for a long time, I don't think I've ever had it off the lowest setting. Bearings. And now all that's left is for us to put it back together. However, that's going to wait until next time, but I do have one more thing to do. And that is I'm going to be going to the bike shop in the next couple days, and I want to make sure I've got the right tool to take off this gang of sprockets, I guess you call it, since it's not a freewheel and it's not a cassette. I don't know what they called it when they did the front freewheel system. And the question is, how does this come off? Everything is, not everything, but a lot of stuff is new on this bike for me. Huh. Alright, somehow this has to come off. I thought maybe this was just a... Oh, you know what? There is a... Yep, there's a lock ring in there. But I don't know if I can get that out. It's coming. Slowly but surely. Gotta work around all those years of grease. Ah, I guess that's how it all comes out. Ah, there's a big spring in there. That's interesting. I wonder why that is there. Okay. So the spring comes out. And then there's this piece. Let's see what we got here. Got a spacer. Oh wow, there's tiny little springs. I wonder why this is. Why, if it's not doing anything but being stationary, why does it need all this? Huh. Well, one thing I'm finding out there is that these things turn now. Maybe before I proceed any further, I better do some research. So I'm going to have to consult Mr. Google to see if I can find out how to take that gang of sprockets off and what it's all about. Thanks for sticking with me, guys, and I hope to see you next time on Featherstone Bicycles.